How a Realist Hero Rebuilt the Kingdom is a brand new isekai that just came out, which involves mathematics! And also economics. Probably maybe that one more, honestly. Yeah, probably economics more, to be fair. And now don't get me wrong. This is 100% an isekai. You get all your tropes. Demons trying to attack the peaceful world. Check. Fantasy world full of beasts, monsters, and all that stuff. Check. New seasonal waifus that you're 100% gonna forget about by the end of the season and never look at once again.
Take your pick, bitch.
This show is something else, and it definitely helps that our main character is just built different. Any old isekai protagonist can get transported to a fantasy world, wield a sword, use a bit of magic, and beat the bad guys. It takes a real legend to use nothing but math and economics to beat this world.
I mean, just look at this Chad. Look at him. This man was too good to get transported here by being hit by a truck. No, he got selected by a hero ritual. They selected him above every other hero in every other dimension because they knew this man was a mad lad. Of course, they only transported him for currency, but we will not mention that part. Once he has arrived, he convinces the whole kingdom to not use him as currency and become king. The absolute power this man radiates, my god. Oh, and not just that, he's already engaged to the princess. Because you already know the moment that this man whips out his fat stacks of paperwork that she cannot resist him. In the first episode alone, he has already done more for the kingdom's economy than this poor excuse for a beta man would have done in his entire ruling. Now you're probably thinking this is the limits of his power. This man cannot reach any more higher levels. He cannot be any more powerful. Oh, my poor simple friend. He gets magic too. And what does he do? He uses it to control quills by putting his consciousness into them so he can do more paperwork. He could have put his consciousness into a sword and twirled them around him like a fucking Beyblade to rip through the competition, but no. No, he uses this shit to do writing. He uses this not to kill demons, but to write shit. So yeah, this guy is an absolute Chad and a half. So yeah, this isekai is basically the equivalent of Clash of Clans or Sims or one of those games. The main character, Kazuya Soma, I feel like I'm going to be pronouncing that wrong, but basically his whole goal is to just build up the economy. He doesn't have to fight demons, he's gonna pay people to fight demons for him. Of course, this guy can't save this kingdom alone. He needs to have his rogues gallery, his harem, if you will, to help support him. Roll call, what do we got? We have Useful Aqua, an aging warrior elf, white-haired Silica from Sword Art Online, the most important man in the entire kingdom, and edgelord Alexander Hamilton.
Now look, I'm gonna address the elephant in the room. Yes, this is a show literally about economics and math. And that does sound boring, that literally just sounds like math class, except it's not. I should not be entertained watching this man just write stuff down and talking about the budget and creating stocks and all of that stuff, but I am, and that's the weird part. The first few episodes of this series literally just flew by for me. I didn't even notice. I think I sat down, watched the first one, before I knew it, an hour had gone by and I was already a quarter of it in. It doesn't feel as boring or as long as it should be. And I think this is on part thanks to our protagonist and how just refreshing this is. Don't get me wrong, this is an isekai through and through. This guy has all the passion and all the drive of a normal protagonist, except instead of channeling it into fighting, he's channeling it into economics. And there's just something very entertaining about watching someone be passionate about that stuff. Plus, I gotta say, this show is funny. I'm not sure if it's my messed up sense of humor, but I laughed multiple times watching this series. At the very start, these two dumbasses teleport him in with the ritual, and they're just nonchalantly like, holy fuck, I can't believe that shit worked! When I rewatch this stuff in the dub especially, it just, oh my god. It's ironic enjoyment. I feel like I'm the only one who enjoys this, but I just want to mention that this show does make me laugh quite a bit. Oh, also, probably a good thing to mention is the animation is absolutely on point, the character expressions and designs are amazing, and also the color schemes is just beautiful. I love me a bright, colorful color palette. Now, if you're expecting going into this to see an absolute masterpiece, it's not that, but this show is 100% just a good fun time. And yes, I am not ashamed to admit, I learned some shit. Oh my god, the first two episodes I actually, I learned a few new terms, about, especially when it comes to crops and the importance of culling trees. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed, and this is making you to go watch it. If you did like, please consider subscribing. It honestly helps me out a lot. And please comment, drop a like. Yeah, I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. And remember, I don't fucking know what to remember.